Let's go to the Northern Territory. Jacinta Price, someone else who's been a long-time friend here on Outsiders. I think she first appeared on television on Outsiders. She's now running for the Country Liberal Party in the Senate in the Northern Territory. Jacinta, great to see you. How are you?
It's great to be back on the program, Rowan. It's one of my favourites, of course.
Absolutely. Now, Jacinta, tell us about your pitch in the Northern Territory there. And we also want to ask you about what we were just talking about, this First Nations foreign policy that Penny Wong is putting forward. What would you do about that, assuming you do, and I sincerely hope you do, join the Senate next week?
Oh, look, I would have to say Penny Wong can suggest as much as she wants, but she is completely removed from any thought or idea of what this is completely made up. You know, First Nations foreign policy, again, dividing the nation. We've got to bring the nation together. Penny actually upset the traditional owners in Alice Springs while she was there because she shook the Labor candidate Marion Scrimgeour's hand and said, "Thank you for welcoming us to your country," while there was a traditional owner standing right there whose country it in fact was. Marion, of course, comes from the Tiwi Islands, not Central Australia. Yes. So, you know, given that she's made such a mistake from the get-go, I don't see how she feels she can be in any position to suggest any kind of foreign policy that's supposed to come from First Nations people. And I'm sick of that term, First Nations. I am not a First Nations person. I'm an Australian to begin with Celtic Warlpiri heritage.
Well, I'm surprised I haven't heard much about this massive faux pas, this insult Penny Wong has committed. Hardly any coverage of something that seems to be a fairly insulting thing. I mean, these Labor woke folk can't even play by their own rules.
Yeah, look, that's right. And the traditional owners came directly to me and had complained about it themselves. The representative that was on the ground was quite upset. I think he was going to make a formal complaint. I don't know that he's done it yet, but I know that he was also upset that the member for Namatjira, Chancey Paik, who's also from Central Australia, didn't bother to actually correct Penny, and nor did Marion Scrimgeour. So, you know, I think we'll hear about that sometime down the track. But yeah, you've really got to get your facts right. You know, when you're going into places, particularly in the Northern Territory, not to offend or step on the toes of who the actual traditional owners of that country are.
So, Jacinta, we hear a lot about the voices to Parliament, yet you would be a genuine voice to Parliament, negating the need for all this other rubbish. Tell us, as a voice to Parliament, tell the Northern Territory where you stand, what you would deliver for the Northern Territory.
Well, I'd deliver real solutions. None of this symbolism and nonsense and the virtue signalling that actually doesn't address any of the issues that we're confronted with. You know, nowhere in this proposition of the voice to Parliament does it suggest how we as Indigenous Australians are going to take control of our circumstances and do something about the hideous rates of domestic and family violence, of sexual abuse of children in remote communities. And, you know, again, it's just another bureaucracy that I see that money is going to get funneled into. The elites will take it over and nothing on the ground will get done apart from people running around with titles. It's like commissioners. We have that many commissioners of various different things and we wonder what they actually get done. The voice to Parliament, we've had a number of representatives already. Before going into this election, there were 7 Indigenous voices to Parliament. And if people aren't happy with those voices as they are, well, then perhaps they should vote for somebody else. But we're part of a democracy. So suggesting to apply something into our constitution that runs along the lines of race is not doing Australians a favour whatsoever. And we should be uniting. So, in fact, we want to get to a point for Indigenous Australians to become just like other Australians, everyday Australians with the same sorts of opportunities. But you don't do that by separating us. You do that by actually being inclusive, as the left suggests, they're always trying to be, when in fact they're being far more divisive.
Jacinta Price, can't wait to see you in the Senate. Australia deserves you. Northern Territory, do your job. Thanks so much, Jacinta, and good luck.